friends out there. How are ya? Alright, October Noir put out a new track last month with Myke Hideous from the Misfits. Myke's largely on lead vocals, but before I get into all that, can I just say this band's mere existence, their functionality to be more specific, continues, I'm not exaggerating, to blow my goddamn mind and leave me asking every time I hear them, how the do they do that? I'm not even talking about their songs being awesome, that's a given. I'm saying how they pull off sounding the way they do is truly a mystery for the ages, and as a matter of fact, that's what the new song's called. It's called The Ages. But what this band does is no different to me than watching a viral video of something totally miraculous, like some psychopath jumping off a 1,000-foot cliff with no parachute, or some teenager cup stacking 500 cups in like less than a millisecond. Remember all that stuff? Because if you haven't yet heard October Noir, I'll put it to you like this, and disclaimer to the guys, and hell, you too, this is of major importance. The following 3-word description never in a million years is in any way meant to demean their music. No way. Rather, it's to describe utter bewilderment that stems from hearing them. That word's way too soft, but you know what I mean. But there is no other band on this earth that is able to sound exactly to a T and to an O and to an N like Typo Negative. I'm telling you, man, the first time I heard their music, I was like, wait, is this some kind of new AI tech I've been hearing about where, like, you know, it can replicate somebody else's sound really closely? And I'll even tell you, I compared that technology to another band. I did it with Guns N' Roses. And yes, it was pretty startling how well it was able to do GNR. But there were still some obvious discrepancies, and that experience led me to conclude that October Noir does Typo way better than AI could. So AI's a bitch, man. I'm no longer afraid of it. But to close that point, that profile as the perfect Typo continuation is just that. They are a musical continuation, as far as I'm concerned, to a band loved by so many whose discography is sadly too small. So what October's put out, I and all their fans are tremendously grateful for. But just know, to say that they are only Typo is not true, because there's tons of instances, no pun intended, where originality's loudly on display, and it's fun as hell when you hear it. And as another matter of fact, from this point onward, I am officially retiring Typo comparisons when I talk about October Noir. Okay, so on to The Ages. Immediately I'll tell you that the thing that's most cool about this particular song, and it shouldn't be a surprise, is that if you're already familiar with the band's music, it's pretty shocking to hear a different vocalist, that being Myke Hideous. But he's got a great voice here, and it matches the song really well. So, the song, it is very, very, very deep sounding, like it's melody, it's slow and it's deep. So much to the point where, like, if you're the kind of person like I am, very sensitive emotionally, even worse if you hide it and you keep it all inside, you may want to think twice about going into The Ages if you're feeling doubt about something at that moment. Like, you know how people tell you not to take acid if you're not really in a good place, but you still want to do it because you know ultimately it'll be really fun? Same type of thing. And for the record, I have never done acid in my life. Fuck. And here's another thing that's really cool about this track too. It's the same effect like in Dreams Always Die with the Sun, the I Am song, is when you first hear Kirk's guitar. It's like you're listening, and you're used to it, but then all of a sudden this signature sound comes in that you know so damn well, and it's just like, there it is. And it's the same way here when Tom finally starts singing at the back end of the song, and it's like, yeah! Does that dude not look like both Peter Steele and Danny Filth from two bands he loves? I think so. But it's truly a very, very beautiful song musically. It honestly is. Although calling it beautiful might be arguable, because like I said, some individuals out there may hear it as more of a sad song. So to those people, that's why I issued the warning. You're not alone, don't worry. And it's pretty simple, like structure-wise, which should appeal to people who like funeral doom sort of stuff, like Bell Witch or Revokin or Ahab without the death vocals. Honestly, even Dreadful Hours era My Dying Bride, you should dig this. You know what I think about when I hear October Noir, and now even more so with The Ages? The fucking Breakfast Club, man, which that probably comes from Don't You Forget About Me, that Simple Minds song. And hell, you know what else? Probably because they covered it, Cry Little Sister, Lost Boys. And I don't care, man, you want to talk about some of the so-called coolest people in the world today? Lil Yachty, Travis Scott, Machine Gun Kelly. Nah, dude, David, Marco, Dwayne, and Paul got you all in check. And Michael, too. And October Noir, Tyler, Doug, and Tom. And God, oh shit, actually Trey's in the band now too. I think he's back in the band. I'm not entirely certain on the history, but he may have been there before and then split for a little while. And shit, man, Trey, I look forward to partying with you next time I'm around. So fucking A, dude, alright, that's what I got. If you're not a completely hardened badass that only eats gore grind for breakfast and nothing else, I fucking know you can dig October Noir. I know it, man. All their music's awesome, and I'm not just saying that, man. They are amazing compositionists and musicians who know their craft so well, and I'm not surprised in the slightest that last year's Letters to Existence album and now the Ages are growing their fan base wonderfully. God bless them, man. But other than that, maniacs, just like Rob Halford says in Living After Midnight, and the guy in that Relief Factor commercial talking about pain from his back injury, I'm gone. So if you did like this video, cool, man. Maybe you can give it a thumbs up. Or if you just like hearing somebody bullshit about heavy metal, then Myke Hideous your ass right through that subscribe button. And we'll see you next time on Concrete Spew. But until then, stay cool, my friends.